There's a bite. Got him. Ooh, it's a good fish. What's this gonna be? It's gonna be a crappie or is it gonna be a bass? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Biggest perch of my life. Holy smokes. Oh, are you kidding me right now? On the new Mule Minnow 2.2, true chartreuse, right in his face. Holy smokes. All right, we're just gonna let that fish chill for a second. He's in the water, we're good to go. Gotta take good care of fish like this. This fish is obviously full of eggs. I wanna get a quick measurement. That fish is a freaking donkey, I am telling you. It's not the length of this fish that's impressive, it's the freaking girth. That's a 13-inch yellow perch. 13-incher, holy smokes. All right, I tell you what, I'd love to keep admiring this fish, but I think the reasonable thing to do is to let her go. All right, see ya, Big Bertha. Holy smokes.
I know what you're wondering, Ethan, what is this Mule Minnow you speak of? Well, I'm gonna get to that in a second, but first, I wanted to share with you kind of what's going on with the waterways in my neck of the woods. So the water temperatures are quickly on the rise, although they're pretty much still in like the low to mid 30s. We've got some bodies of water that still have a frozen surface, and we've got some that have actually thawed out. So needless to say, I'm very, very excited right now because I'm starting to get the chance to take the kayak out. And my friends, I have missed my kayak. Now, I'm also excited today because today is the launch of the Mule Minnow. I've been working on this bait for a long time. I should say these baits because there's actually 3 sizes. I've been working on these for a long time, and I just wanted to say before I show them to you, thank you. Thank you so very much for supporting this channel. Thank you so very much for supporting mule fishing. Without your support, none of this would be possible, so I cannot thank you enough. These Mule Minnows are really a simple design. It's just a minnow profile, but again, it's available in that high stretch, high durability material, just like the other mule fishing plastics. So it's gonna really stand up to fish all day. It's gonna have a lifelike action, and hopefully you can only rig up one and just be able to fish all day. That's kind of the goal. You've got the 1.2-inch model. This right here is going to be panfish candy. I'm really excited about bluegill fishing with this specifically, but I honestly think it'll catch just about anything. You've got the 2.2-inch model, which again, I really think will catch a lot of different species, but the one that really stands out to me is crappie. You know, yesterday I caught that giant yellow perch on it, but I really think crappie are gonna tear this thing up. Well, not literally because it's so dang durable, but they're gonna eat it a lot. And then you've got the 3.2-inch model, which is more of like a finesse bass fishing size, but I also think it'll be good for trout fishing if you're twitching it through streams, or even mega crappie. If you're around some big slabs, I think they'll munch the 3.2-inch model. So anyways, I've been working on these for a long time. They're very, very simple in design, but again, they're lifelike. And honestly, the reason I decided I wanted a minnow profile is because minnows and small bait fish are one of the most universally accepted types of food for a lot of our sport fish. So between insect larvae, which is covered down on the horsefly, and minnow profiles, which is covered down on the Mule Minnow, as well as the Donkey Tail and Donkey Tail Jr., I honestly think you're gonna be able to cover down on so many different situations with the lineup right now. So I'm obviously very excited. Okay, I'm gonna cut myself off before I ramble too long. You can check out more information at www.mulefishing.com. I'm also gonna post some videos on the Mule Fishing YouTube channel, so you can check those out. Again, here in a couple hours, I'm gonna get back out on the water and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can catch some fish. Why don't I show you what I have rigged up? You know, this rod right here, I've actually got a drop shot rigged up. I honestly think that the Mule Minnow will be really, really good on mule jig, but I think it's gonna be versatile enough to throw in a couple other rigs, you know, split shots, drop shots, so on and so forth. You've got a double jig rig set up here with the 2.2-inch. These two right here are gonna be dandy setups. I'm excited for those. I've got another double jig rig set up with the 1.2-inch model. I will be transparent. Those 1.2-inch ones can be kind of hard to rig, but you just gotta be patient with them, and you just gotta make sure it's rigged up straight. Once you do that, I promise you, it will last all day. Honestly, like I said, the Mule Fishing YouTube channel is going to have more information on how to rig these baits, so make sure to watch that if you have any questions. Here's a 3.2-inch model rigged up, basically a Ned rig right there. That's gonna be my bass fishing model right there. And then I've got yesterday's rig. This is the float rig. It's rigged up as a slip float, and I've got that 2.2-inch right there. Now I've got a handful of rods in my hand right now, and I'm obviously very excited to fish with all of them, but the reality is I don't necessarily know what to expect, so I might as well get out on the water and try to catch a few. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. We'll catch you on the water.
Oh, this could get interesting. We've got a lot of ice still. It's gonna be a little bit of a project to launch our kayak. You know, this is actually not the body of water I was planning on fishing. I went to the body of water I wanted to fish, and it was totally frozen. So, we're in rough shape right now. I trust we're gonna be able to get through this though. Just gotta start clearing it out little by little. Just gotta get a little gap here. If this doesn't tell you that the water temperature is still really low, I don't know what does. Have you ever seen anyone do this? Gotta do what it takes. If this is what it takes, this is what it takes. I wanna catch fish. Slowly but surely, we're making progress. There we go. I might be able to use the drive now. About to find out. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was work. That's what I'm talking about. Well, the water temp is probably like 34, so the fishing is probably gonna be really bad, but we're gonna do our best. Oh, let's start with a double jig rig with the 2.2-inch Mule Minnow, and we're just gonna fish it nice and slow. And fingers crossed we can stumble on some suspended crappie. If we do, I trust they'll eat this thing. There's a fish. All right. That's what I'm talking about. It's gotta be a bass. Oh my gosh, it's a donkey. It's a freaking donkey. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Was not expecting that to happen so soon. That's a donkey too. Yes, sir. All right. I just started to pick up the 3.2-inch model, and we got ourselves a nice bass. First open water bass of the year, and he choked it. Holy smokes. It's not as big as I thought, but it's a really nice chunky bass. He's kind of got a derpy lip. Gotta love it, boys. All right, see ya, buddy. Whew. Figured it was worth a try. I busted out the 3.2 thinking, well, maybe I can find a shallow bass up sunning himself. And it was just a light little doink. I was basically just dead sticking that really, really slow on the bottom, and it paid off. You know, like I said, this 3.2-inch model is basically like a Ned rig bait, you know, 3 inches long. It's really slender though, so it gives it a little bit different rate of fall, and it gives it a little bit different action in the water. Still got ice in my kayak. Pretty freaking epic when you can break your way out to the water by crushing ice, and you can still catch a nice healthy bass like that. That is a good feeling. It certainly helps my confidence, that's for sure. What the heck? What is that? There's legitimately a bluegill. That is legit, a big bluegill. There's 2 of them, I think, suspended. I see his fins swimming. That's a big bluegill suspended right under the icy surface. No joke. And he just kicked off. There was 2 of them. Are you kidding me right now? They were like this far under the water. What the heck? You know, these bluegill, they like sun. So he was just up sunning himself, just getting that heat, and it was probably just going through that ice and probably just felt really good. That was probably an 8-inch bluegill, no joke. The wake from my kayak. That's so cool. It sounds like Rice Krispies. There's a fish. He was right up there in the shallows. A little smaller bass, but it's a bass, my friends. There we go. I figured I'd find one on this bank. I'm surprised it took me this long. Okay, come on. All right, okay. How do I have such a hard time landing such a small fish? Little guy, but any fish in less than 40-degree water, I am going to take. I am going to welcome with open arms. Pretty little fish, little dink. Man, he feels like a dang ice cube, I'm telling you. He was up there right up against those reeds, real shallow. He probably was in less than a foot of water, to tell you the truth. There's one. Same exact spot. All right, found a couple dinks. I will take them, I will take them, I will take them. Man, he choked that. That was a good hook set. Golly, buddy. I popped that little dink. All right, okay. See if there's any more up there. All right, man. All right. See if he's got any more friends. The sun is beating down on this bank, and they're up there on these little flooded reeds. Well, the good news is I just noticed there's a bunch more reeds up here that are shallow and flooded with a bunch of sun on them. The wind is blowing into this direction, so that might be part of the reason. So I'm gonna go fish those shallow reeds as well. We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I twitched it hard off the bottom, reeled it up, and he smashed it. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. About like the first one, I think. Might be bigger. I think it might be bigger. Oh gosh. Holy smokes, he's got some energy. Holy smokes, that's bigger than the first one. Why am I not using my net? Because I want to be like a professional bass angler. Boom shakalaka, holy smokes. You go from a couple of dinks to a donk. My friends, I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, look at that. The launch of a new bait, and we're putting it to use on some nice donkey largemouth. I didn't expect this at all. I'm very, very happy right now. We had to make moves and try a different lake that I was not planning to fish, and it is panning out, my friends. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Catching fish out here in frigid water, man, I'm proud of myself. This is pretty sweet. The kayak has been loaded, and honestly, I'm super excited. I'm gonna make this conclusion very short because I'm going home to grill some burgers. That's right, baby, it's cheeseburger season. It's bass season, it's cheeseburger season. It is the best season. My friends, thank you very, very much again for your support of mule fishing as well as this YouTube channel. The Mule Minnow would not be possible without you, so thank you. If you wanna learn more about this bait, head on over to www.mulefishing.com. Otherwise, stay tuned to the channel because you know your boy is gonna be fishing the heck out of this thing. I am definitely excited about all species because I'm a total multi-species nut, but I think the crappie top the list. It's slab season, baby. Who's ready? Anyways, I'll shut up. I'm gonna go make a cheeseburger. We'll catch you next time.